this sequence is really to help you ground and center. So I call it the earthing sequence. Please grab some bergamot or neroli, pop it onto your pinky fingers, spread it on both pinkies, take a deep breath in, and then place it into ear Shen Men. I'm going to be here for some time. We want to make sure that we're not pressing too deep into the ear, so there's a light feathery touch. As if the finger point is just resting on the skin. Notice your face relax, your jaw unclench. You're softening in the shoulders. Your breath easy, relaxed. Perhaps you can notice energy moving through the body. What this may feel like is perhaps a twitch or an itch or even a rush of energy moving higher, lower, wider, more centered. It can feel like anything different to what you experienced before the practice. If at any time you feel you need to breathe out of the mouth, do so. It's breathing out any stagnant air or energy that exists within the body. And if you find that the arms are getting uncomfortable or sore, you can drop the elbows onto the knees. Resting the elbows on the knees just helps the arms not get so tired. Again, make sure that you're not pressing into the ears too hard. Just a light feathery touch. Keep your eyes closed if that feels good for you. The energy of bergamot and neroli. Take a deep breath in. And then grab your Roman chamomile, please. Now with Roman chamomile, we're going to add a drop onto the index finger and then gently, lightly place Roman chamomile over the belly button. And then you can close the eyes. Roman chamomile really helps to regulate the energy in the body, and it also has an incredible effect on the liver. So it calms the liver and harmonizes the Shen in the body, in the energy body. When there's liver energy or liver chi constraint, we experience moodiness and frustration and irritability, which can then manifest as indigestions or any aches and pains in the body. And so we call on Roman chamomile here to help balance and harmonize. You may wish to start Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breath, whilst holding Roman chamomile at CV8 at the belly button. Nadi Shodhana is a breathwork technique where you breathe in and out of the same nostril and then switch to the other side. I like to keep the two fingers, my index and my middle finger, up onto the third eye and use my thumb and the ring finger to alternate between left and right nostril. So here we're also balancing the left and right hemispheres of the brain with the breath, the yin and the yang components of our energy system. Whilst simultaneously holding Roman Chamomile on CV8. Now, CV8 is a point that we use to connect us to our core, to the core of the earth as well. As within, so without, right? So, grounding your energies by accessing this acupoint. When you are disconnected from your core and or the core of the earth, your spirit becomes deficient or starved. And just as the umbilical cord was once connected to CV8, this is also your direct connection with Mother Earth. So we re-establish stability between your soul, your spirit energy, and your body. Let that practice go now. Take a deep breath in of Roman Chamomile. And we'll prepare for the next application, which is Geranium on Spleen 3. So grab your Geranium. Now, Spleen 3 exists where your bunion would be, right at that pink spot where the foot the bottom of the foot meets the top of the foot, right on the bunion. So pop a drop of Geranium on each foot and then create some space between your heels and your groin and fold forward from the hips. You may wish to interlace your hands, your arms underneath the legs, or you can place a pillow in the diamond shape of your legs to create some support. So here we're stimulating the inner thighs, the energy channel that runs on the inner thighs, the inner legs. And again, we're really focusing on making sure that the acupoint, the place where you're pressing your fingers into Spleen 3, that this particular spot is not being pressured at all, that it's a light feathery touch between your foot, the Geranium, and your finger. Geranium is known as the sweet nourisher. And this oil is such an incredible support when it comes to nourishing the heart. Now, this acupoint on the spleen meridian really helps to transport and deliver the infused riches of your physical, emotional, and spiritual harvest in its fullest expression. And by using Geranium, the sweet nourisher, at this spot, we really call on Geranium to help us move the nutrients from the spleen meridian into all of the meridians in the body. Mentally, when we are balanced in the spleen meridian, we naturally express healthy daily routines. And it's when we are healthily connected to our own daily routines that we can then be in service to others. If you feel your life is lacking satisfaction, it may be that your internal source of nourishment is being inappropriately distributed to others. And when we lack a model for self-nourishment, we in turn cause starvation on an emotional level. And so stimulating the spleen meridian restores a balance between too little and too much. Geranium as an energetic ally can nourish and invigorate the blood and also harmonize the Shen. And when we are stricken with worry, anxiety, and distraction, we can call on Geranium to really help us rebalance the push and the pull that we may be experiencing in our lives. In this pose, we're also opening up through the back body. So as you get up, please slowly roll up. And just stay exactly where you are for what we call the rebound. And let the energy resettle. Now that you're sat upright. Energy will move in the body, and if you feel ready, you can come out of it and grab your Vetiver. Maybe you'd like to sit up on your knees for this one. You can place a bolster or a cushion underneath your butt and place the cushion directly in between your sits bones so that you're sat on your shins. And so Vetiver is going to go on CB6, which is just underneath the belly button. And so Vetiver is a grass root. It is a well-known sedative can help relax the body in ways that are quite extraordinary, actually. From an energetic point of view, Vetiver is sinking and stabilizing. Imagine the roots making their way to the core of the earth, really grounding and centering the energy. So if you'd like to move some energy into the legs, if you feel you need a little bit more of a grounded sense, something that just really brings the energy into the legs, you can brush your thighs and the sides of your calves very softly and gently from the top of the leg. You can ruffle up the energy by scratching lightly the sides of the legs and up and down, and then come to stillness again. Bring your right hand, or whichever hand you're not using, palm facing up, resting on your thigh. If you wish to connect your heart space into this moment, you can bring your right hand or your left hand to your heart, connecting the lower belly and the heart space now. Now, this connection between the conception vessel and the heart space here is the pathway for your ascending feminine soul forces to give birth to the wisdom that is within you. Allow your energy to continually unfold, recharging your system. Bring your attention into the hands. Notice the breath moving between both hands. If at any time you feel distracted, just bring your attention back to your hands and notice the rise and fall of the breath. You can release the hands now and grab your Atlas Cedarwood. I'm going to place this onto kidney 3, so extend the legs nice and long now. Kidney 3 on the side of the ankle bone, just below the ankle bone, in a little depression just underneath the ankle bone, back of the heel. 1 drop on each side. So this is an extended leg pose, a forward fold. If you need to bend the knees so that the fingers touch this energy point, kidney 3, then please do so. You can place a pillow underneath the knees. And if you're able to grab hold of the ankles with long legs, then you can always place a pillow on top of the shins to rest your head on. The intention with this pose is that the entire body is relaxed. There is no tension, no holding. The legs naturally fall outwards, and you'll find that because the feet naturally fall external, that the foot rests on the finger. So it's a little more of a stronger hold in the pressure between the finger and the point, but it's not because you're pushing your hand into the point, it's because the leg is just naturally resting onto the hands. So this pose is very similar to the one we did before, which is folded butterfly. We're really opening up through the back body here, lifting the heart space up, letting the shoulders melt forward, the shoulder blades spread across the back. And the valley between the shoulder blades now being spread and lifted up as you round the spine. If you're experiencing tightness in the hamstrings or any issues in the lower back, any feelings of being super uncomfortable, then I want to encourage you to place a rolled up towel, a blanket, a cushion underneath the knee crease so that there's a generous bend in through the knees. Quite often when the lower back is tight, it's simply because the hamstrings are tight. And this practice isn't so much about the physical body as much as it is about the energetic body. And so it's much more important for us in this practice to A, have the fingers touch kidney 3, and B, to find a place of complete stillness as you allow the body to fold forward. You're going to be stretching the whole anatomy train of the back body. So all the way from the soles of the feet up, past the knee crease, lower back, middle back, upper back, neck, and even the forehead is stretched in this pose. The whole back body drawing downwards into the core of the earth, being supported by Atlas cedarwood, an ancient oil used in ancient cities to protect the scaffolding of the city, the wood that the city is built on and with, antifungal, antimicrobial, a sacred oil to support the internal scaffolding of your energy system. A beautiful opportunity here for you to call on cedarwood to make its way through your kidney meridian. A deep well or underground spring that is the keeper of your spiritual, hereditary, and constitutional seeds. This meridian in itself is so wonderful to help us generate motivation and to regulate your nervous system as you move your way with purpose and direction towards your dreams. And following your dreams requires courage. And by activating the kidney meridian, you can help to recalibrate your body's ability to access the faith it needs to allow you to follow the natural flow of your destiny. Keep your breath soft and gentle. Try not to move. Feel the breath in through the back body and very slowly start to come out. You can lean back on your hands, find the bounce back here. Let your head hang back if that feels comfortable for you, or tuck your chin in so the back of the neck is long. And stay still here. And we have one more oil to go, so please grab cardamom. We're going to do a little bit of a trickster here with cardamom. We're going to just apply it to CV17, so right in the center of the chest, and then on heart 7 bilaterally on both sides of the outer wrist. And now we're just going to set yourself up here. So first take a deep breath in of the oil. Cardamom. Alright, now place a pillow down and drape your body over the pillow to open up the heart space. Just here very, very briefly. Arms open, wide, opening up through the chest. You're not here for long. Not here for long. Slowly come out of the pose. It's a very slow stretch. And then find a comfortable seat. Bring the base of the palms to touch. And now find Padma Mudra. Pinky fingers and thumb touching, and the other 3 fingers spread wide. Maybe you'd like to hum here or repeat a mantra. Any mantra that you have found in your life to be soothing and nourishing. It could simply be Om. Bow your head in towards Padme Mudra. Bring the thumb tips to the third eye. Really bringing that lotus flower into the third eye. Asking for that courage to move down your energy system through thumb tips to lips and to the heart space. Sealing your practice with your hands in prayer position, maybe interlacing your fingers if that feels comfortable for you, bowing your head, setting an intention for how you want this cycle of your life to play out. And if you'd like to supercharge that intention, find Temple Mudra, lift your arms really high towards the sky, wrap your biceps around the ears, point the fingers up towards the sky, and hold here until you interlace the hands, place them behind the base of the skull, open up through the chest, elbows wide. Now draw your elbows to touch just in front of the heart space. Stretch through the back of the neck, roll your head from side to side, and then bring your head back in through center. Lift through the head, open through the elbows. Let the fingers release, stretch the arms nice and wide. And then we're going to find a gentle twist. First to the left, bring your right hand over your left knee, and then gently twist to the other side. Come back through center, hands to heart space in Anjali Mudra, and bow to the earth.